Hello everyone, and welcome to this exciting journey where we will be learning one of the most powerful and in demanding web development framework, Angular. My name is Shailesh Vishwakarma and I will be guiding you through this course step by step where we'll be learning basics of Angular and TypeScript, what is component and services, forms, routings and APIs, and we'll create one mini project also so that we'll see how this Angular application will be used in real world, right? So to begin with, what is Angular? Angular is a TypeScript based open source front-end framework developed by developed by Google for building dynamic and single page web applications. It offers multiple things like component, routing, services, HTTP, handlings, dependencies, many other things, right? To begin with, let's do an environment setup in our local. So what all things will require to run this or create this Angular app is Node.js, any IDE and Angular CLI, correct? So let's open the browser and see how we can download that. I have already downloaded that on my system, so I'm not going to download and install that again, but I will show you from where you guys can download. So I'll just go and search Node.js. So you can see this Node.js site here. You just click on that, it will take you to the site, and from this download section you can go and download this Node.js window installer file. So once this download in your system, you can follow simple steps by clicking next, and Node.js will get installed in your system. Once Node.js is installed in your system, you can verify if whether it is there or not. You can open your command prompt and type node and press enter. You can see this welcome to Node.js, and whatever version you have installed, you can see that. So I have installed Node.js version 22.14, so it's showing me that. And then later I can type some JavaScript command like 1.1 plus 5, and it's showing me result 6, right? So similarly you can verify your Node.js whether it is installed in your system or not by this. Okay, next we need a VS Code. I'll go and type VS Code here. Yeah, so you can go to this particular site and you can see this download for VS for Windows. If you are using Windows, you can download it for Windows, or if you are using Mac, you can use the Mac other platform, right? So you can go and download from here as well. Okay, so once you download Node.js and you are downloaded VS Code, now we can go to the Angular site. Angular, where we'll go to logs and installation steps. Again, I have already installed this Angular CLI, so I'll not do this again. But for you guys just need to copy this particular command prompt command and open your command prompt and paste it and hit. So it will start installing Angular CLI, which is useful for using components or the library of the Angular community. Whatever they have created, you can utilize that in your project, right? So once this is done, you can create a new project in any of the folder. So I have already created one folder for this particular project. I will open command prompt here, and to create new project we can type ng new and application name, my first app. Okay, so once you do this, it will ask couple of questions. We need to answer that. So it's asking whether you need zoneless application or not. By default, I will go with no, which is the by default selection. So, and then it's asking me for what CSS you want to use. We can use SCSS, CSS, slash, everything, means whatever you want, right? I prefer SCSS because of its features and all. So I will select SCSS. It's asking for server side rendering. Do we need server side rendering or not? I will select no as of now because We are not going to do any SEO kind of work here, so I'll not select SSR. Once I completed all these things, it started creating some files in my my folder. I can see, or you can see, this my folder has been created, and there I can see couple of files also has been created, right? So let's open this particular folder in VS Code and see what all file has been created and understand the project structure. Okay, so first is this public VS Code folder is for VS Code settings, so we are not going through that. This public folder is there, SRC folder, which is the core folder, for where you will be writing entire code, business logic, everything. You will be creating components, service, and so many things, right? AngularJSON. AngularJSON is the master configuration file for Angular CLI. It controls how your project is built, what styles, scripts are included, and how assets are handled. So you can open and see if you want. So you can see what styles needs to be added. Initially you can add scripts also. You can do configuration for your environment specific, like for production, if you want to do this settings, if you want to change the settings for development environment, you can do that or handle it from here. Okay, okay. Package.json. Package.json is responsible for keeping the files or dependency whatever has been used in your application. Okay, so we'll not go much deep inside this package.json. We'll start with the uh, src folder. If I'll open this src folder, again I can see app, index, html, main, ts, and style.css. This css is used for global styling. If I need to apply some global styling in my application, I can add that in this particular style, right? Index.html is the main file from where my application will start. Main.ts will tell what is the main component for this application to run, right? So if I'll go and see here, I can see this app, which is nothing but this particular folder, where this app.ts file is there, and their class name should be the app, right? So by default Angular, when you create first project, by default Angular will create one single component, that is app component for you, and it will start from that. Okay, so without wasting time, let me run this application and let me show how we can run this particular application and what page and how that looks, right? Okay, so I will, to run my Angular app, I will type ng serve, enter. See, this is building my application, and once it is built, it will load this particular application on some port. Right now it's loading on 4200. So I can go to this particular port and I can see what has been loaded. See, so it's saying hello my first app. So my first app is loaded, right? I can go to this application and see from where this HTML is loaded. So every component has four things: HTML, CSS, it's a unit test scripts specs.ts, and actual ts file where we will be writing our business logics, right? So this HTML is getting loaded from here. For now, let's delete this because this has been generated automatically by Angular, right, for first project. So we don't need this. Let me select everything from here and delete. So for now we are not deleting this or removing this Angular router outlet, because we will be seeing this router outlet later on in this session. This will enable a navigation between page in single page app, right? If in your page there will be a multiple, means in your application there will be multiple pages, that page you can route inside this. We'll see this that later in detail. For now, let's just create simple application. I will just type hello world. Let me see whether that prints here or not. So yeah, it's printing, right? So I have created my first successful Angular app and I am able to run that in my browser. This is locally running, correct? So let's go and create some components. I can create another command prompt, and to create new components in Angular CLI has created multiple commands through which we can create many components, service pipes, or whatever which is means related to Angular. So to create new components, I can go and type ng generate. C means component and component name. Let me create one a list component. I just type this. See, it has created one folder list, and you can see it has created specs.ts, list.ts, means list.scss, and html. So these four files will be by default created when you create any component in your Angular, right? So we can see in detail what all things are there in this particular component. This is the HTML where we define our HTML skeleton of the application, right? This is the SCSS where we will define our stylings, beautify our HTML. So those things will be writing here. If you are writing here some unit test case for your component, you can go and write it here. List.ts, this is the main file, main class file from where your Angular will consider this is the component, right? It decorate with this component annotation where it's saying what is the selector imports and what is the template URL and style URLs. It's listing down here. So if you'll see from where it's saying this list.html, it's saying from this particular same folder, right? So it's saying if this particular class is loaded, then it should have to load this list.html. Similarly, it's saying if this particular component is loaded, you need to load this list.styles, right? So let's see how we can utilize this particular component in other components. Okay, so to use this particular component in another component, you need to copy this selector, and wherever you want to use that, let's say if I need to use this in app.html, I will just delete this right now. Let me delete this, and I will say okay, I need to use that newly created app list component here. So I can define like this. See, now it is complaining that it is not known element, but we have created this element, right? So where is the gap? We have just used this selector, but we need to tell this particular component from where you will get this particular component, right? So we need to import that list component in app.ts file. We can say list component. Right now I have installed GitHub Copilot in my system, so it's giving me suggestions. So if you want to install GitHub Copilot in your system, you can just go into this extension section and search for GitHub Copilot and get it installed. Okay, so let me go and search list. My component name was list, so this class name I can see in this file, right? So it has loaded. Let me save this. and let's see whether that is loading or not. Yeah, so I can see this list works. I can see this HTML is loading now here. So now we can play around this and we can create some things, or we can create some tables and all, and we'll see how that is loading in our actual web page. Okay, so let's start creating some table. uh, we'll create some table, this table for product. Okay, so let me create td. I hope you might have basic understanding of this HTML, because we will be using extensively in our this particular demo, um, because this web-based project Angular is totally a client-side application, so we might require some basic understandings of means HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which will help you to understand what is going on. Correct. So let's create one table now. Product name, where td, price, description, td, price, and quantity. Fine, I think this much is enough for now. And tr, so we can do one more thing. Let me put this in table head, and this should be in table body. Let's format this. Let me close the below window, and now let's start loading. So see how beautifully GitHub Copilot is helping me while I am writing my code. So it's giving me nice suggestions here. This is some dummy data or hard-coded data. So right now I'm just accepting this GitHub Copilot suggestion, and let's see. This will speed up our work actually. So GitHub Copilot will be helping us in speeding up our work. Okay, so let's see how it is loading. So if I have loaded my web page, you can see this entire table has been loaded. Let's give some styling to this particular table so that it looks better. Table, you need to map this DOM element. If you are writing CSS or targeting directly DOM element, you just need to give that DOM element. If you are using class, then you can use this class name by using this dot. Then in that case you need to say this class is equal to table and save if you want to use class based stylings. Okay, so I need to give tr or td, and let's give some border, bottom, and 1 pixel, solid, and some color. Let's see how it is loading. See, you can see some border at the bottom, right? Let's also give some padding. 10 pixel. Okay, so this is better. Let's change the font of this entire application. As I said initially, if you want to change something globally, you will write your styling in this global as style.scss, right? So I want to change the style of entire page or entire body. So I will go and define that styling here. Font family, and I will use sans serif. Let's see, it has changed my fonts here. Okay, so now we have successfully created one component in our application. We have loaded or hard means we have loaded or created one table with hard coded data. We have applied some css as well. Okay, so that this table looks much better. Now we'll see how we can bind this data from a component, means .ts file. Okay, so in real world we are not going to hard code this data. This data should come from somewhere, right? And from where it will come? It will come either from the database, from using APIs, right? We are not going to integrate any API at this stage, but let's see how this data can be come from javascript dot means .ts file, TypeScript files. Okay. Okay. So let's create as this is a product listing page, let me create one variable product list, and for now I'll be using any ID, name, price. See, this is the beauty of GitHub Copilot. It gives you very nice suggestions. Okay, so here it is giving me suggestions, name, description, price, and quantity. Quantity is 10, let's say. Okay, and let me repeat this, or I can see if GitHub Copilot is helping me out or not. See how nicely GitHub Copilot is giving me some dummy data. So I will accept this for now and I will see. So I have created product list here. Now I need to bind this product list in my HTML. How we can do that, we'll see. Okay, so let's remove this, because this was the temporary data what we had used for binding, means for loading the HTML table. What I need to do, I need to repeat this table row, right, along with this data. So my product list also contains same way, right, means this is one row and this contains the data. So similarly what I'll do, I'll apply this ng4 star ng4 is equal to let product of product list. So what it will do, it will repeat each and every product from this product list, and it will load that here. Let's see if this works or not. Oh, nothing has been came. Why? Because we have not imported a common modules. So this is the module which helps us to load, or which has this all directives, right? ng4, ngif, all this directive comes from this common modules, right? So I have imported this. Now see what happens. See, it has loaded my rows, but here is the problem. It is loading only product name, for first product, but I need that individual products, right? So here if you will see, here again this data is hard coded. We need to change that. So we need to use this interpolation, product, what was the name, this name, right, name. Similar way we'll change this for all other. Okay, and we'll give the respective keys, price, and quantity. I hope you guys are following uh, on this. Now see what happens. See, this is loading correctly, right? Product 1, product 2 with its price and its quantity. Let's see what is okay. We had not given any product description, that's why it has not loaded. If we would have given any some name, DESC, let's see whether it's loading or not. Yeah, so it's loading, right? So nice. So we have seen how we can bind our data from this list class to our HTML, correct, by using this structural directive ng4. Okay, so what is this directive? In Angular, directives are special instructions in the DOM that tells Angular how to manipulate the DOM or behavior of the DOM. They are core concept in the Angular and can be categorized into 3 types. Okay, so one is component directives, second is structural directives, and third is attribute directives. Okay, we'll see all these things in details, okay, as we go ahead. So this is the component. We have created this component, right, list component. So this is called as component directives, right? Technically every component is a directive, so this is a list component, so this is called as list directives. Okay, second, we have used this ng4, right? This helps to change the structure of DOM by adding or removing the elements. So right now for ng4 is helping us to add some table row, right? So for that we are using this star ng4, right, and it iterate over the collection whatever we have provided in this product list, and it's loading the data, correct. Similarly, we will be having attribute based directive. We'll see that later in this section. Okay, okay, okay. This is the data binding, which is called as interpolation. Okay, now let's see how we can bind data with models. Okay, so in let's say if I have some text box here where I will enter something, and if I'll save, it should it should go and add in this particular table. Okay, so let's do that. So let me first create some div. Div means you are creating some layers basically, right? So that is why I'm creating this div product name, and then inside another div input. Let me give some name class attr. Okay, let's copy this 4 times. Description, I'm just copying pasting this from table heading. Let's see how this looks. So yeah, I can see 4 input box has been created with title, and now let me add some horizontal row so that it looks little better. Okay, fine. So this section is for adding product names, description, price, quantity. Also I will create one button, and add product. Okay, fine. Let me give one space. BR. Okay, nice. Okay, so also let's give some styling to this input box and this button. So for that styling I will go again into the global, because this styling should go and applicable to all the buttons and text box what I'll be creating in this particular application. So I don't need to define that in each and every component. So let me go and say for button, let me accept whatever is coming. Okay, very nice. See, this is I was saying, this is the beauty of GitHub Copilot. It has already by default given some suggestion. I accepted that and created very nice look and feel for this button, right? Similarly, let's do it for text box input. Input. Let's see what happens. See, this is nice, right? And with, let me remove this with. I don't need this much big. Okay, so product name, description, price, quantity. Let's go to this and okay, so this attribute, we can see this one, right? uh let's go and change some CSS for that attribute. Font size, let me change that to 12, because I feel that this little bigger, it's too small now. 14. Okay, this is fine. Let me give some space also in bottom. Margin bottom 5 pixel. Yeah, this is nice. Here also it's having some issue, so let's give me some margin top also, top 10 pixel. Okay, so for now this is fine. Okay, and okay, this is fine. Let's see what happens. So I need to enter some product name, description, price and quantity, and if I'll press on this add product CTA, it should go and add in this table, right? That is the task. So we have, let me close this stylings part. Let me bring this in parallel. Okay, so to accept this particular input, okay, we need to bind this with some model. Okay, so let me create one model here first. So what is this for? Product. So I will go and tell what is the name. Initially it should be the description, price and quantity. Okay, and I can go and say just a second. Okay, so I can go and bind this ng model. Let me minimize this. Okay, ng product. What is this? Product dot name, right? So let's see whether this is working or not. Oh, this is complaining again. ng model is not a known property of input. Why? Because again, this ng model, it is not able to identify from where we means this Angular has to load. So we need to import another package, that is forms module. Okay, let me save this. See, automatically this error also has gone. So we have seen directives, right, in some time back. So this is the attribute based directive, we can call. Okay, where based on this attribute we are defining some rule behavior to this particular DOM element, right? Now let's see, is it complaining? No, nothing has been done. Okay. let's see whether this is really binding or not. Let's see. Okay, so what I will do, I will just go and load this product, and I can use this pipe. I will explain what is pipe later in this section. Okay, but for now let's just see what is happening actually when I load this. Okay, so see, right now it has loaded that entire object. Okay, now I'll go and change my product name. My product, see, as I'm changing in this input box, it is reflecting here also. Okay, let's check for other. It's not happening for others. Why? Because we have not binded any other attributes with this property, right? So we have to do that. Let's do that now. Let's copy, paste, paste, and paste, and this description should be associated to this input box. Price should be associated to this input box. The quantity should be again for this. Okay, let's see whether this works or not. Let me reload. Product, my first product, something something, and some price, quantity. See, all things are binding, right? Now now what is pending? Let me remove this because that is not needed now. Okay, now when we click on this particular button, it should go and add into this particular table, right? And how this table is loading? This table is loading using this product list. So if I'll go and add whatever input I have added here in this particular array, then should load automatically that particular product what I have added from here, right? So let's see whether that happens or not. So I will create one method, add product. Okay, and what I will do, product dot products, product list, sorry, push what, product list length plus 1. And see, this is this is the beauty of GitHub Copilot. I just wrote some line of code and it's giving rest of the suggestions. Okay, and this is 100% correct. This is what I wanted to do as well. So I will go and accept this, uh, and I will save. Let's see whether that happens or not. Product name, description, DESC, price 10, and quantity 1. Let me see whether it is adding. No, nothing is happening, right? Why? Because we have just defined the method, right? We have not called this anywhere. So where we want to call this, we want to call this particular method on click of this button. So we can use this click event and add this particular method in this. So whenever this button gets clicked, this particular method should get called. Let's see whether now this works or not. Okay, so reloading the application. Every time you don't need to reload. I am reloading because if you are not able to see that page is refreshed, uh, that is why I'm just reloading. Now I'll click on this add product. See, something has been added here, right? So this is nice. I can click n number of times and this will start adding n number of times. So let's do one more thing. As soon as it adds, let's clear this out also. Okay, so I can go and create another method, clear product, and see, uh this is very nice, right? I will just go and clear like this, and then I will call this method here, this dot clear product. Okay, so now let me add product 1 or product 6, description, price 10, and quantity is 1. Let me add. See, product name, this entry has been cleared out, and that product has been added in this table. Nice, right? Okay. So till now whatever we have learned is how we can bind our TS file models or variables into HTML, how we can load it using ng4, how we can bind our models with input elements, and how that can be go and saved into the object list whatever we had given. Okay, so this is the beauty of Angular, it automatically does two-way binding. As soon as means if there is some change in the product list, it will go and load it here. We don't need to go and specifically write separate logic for that. It once we have written that loading part, it will go and load automatically here. So that is a binding from TS file to HTML. And as soon as I am adding something here and add product, HTML is going to add something in model, right? So again it's go and load that whatever has been added in my HTML. So this was very tedious in plain JavaScript in earlier, but now with Angular it's very simple. Okay, so if you see, we are this HTML is very neat and clean, right? And your business logic whatever you have written for loading this entire HTML is also very less, correct? So now what we'll do, we'll see what is services, and how we can share data between two components, right? So let's see that. So what I will do, anyway, this is some dummy data, right? So let's get this dummy data from some services. Okay, so to create service, I can go again in my command prompt and type ng generate service. I can give service name. Okay, product service. So whenever we want to share some data from one component to another component, or we need to centralize some API calls or write some reusable business logic, okay, that time we normally use these services. So as soon as we create a service, it has created two files for me, one is for specs and one is for TS. By now I think you understood that the .specs.ts file is for unit test case, and .ts file is for class, right? So we are not going to consider this specs.ts for now. We'll just focus on this service.ts file. Let's see where it has been created. So let me minimize this and see here it has created service files, right? I can go and open this. Okay, so here is my service file. I want this data to come from here. What I'll do, I'll go and paste it here. Okay, and from here I can go and delete. Okay, fine. Okay, let me give empty array. Okay, and now I will go and write one constructor, and we'll see private product service, product service. Here same class name I need to give. Okay, so here is the product service, and here also this product service I have given, and import that. It has imported here, and this is variable, so you can change or give some different variable name also. Let me see whether this is working or not. No, has not worked, right? Ideally it should load that initial data here, but it has not, because we have just injected that service in our application, in this component, but we have not binded that service object with this, right? So let's do that. So this dot product list is equal to this dot product service dot what, this name, right? This name. Okay, so I have binded this. Now let's see, it has loaded now. Okay, so this is how we can use a service into the component. We just need to inject this particular service into this specific component, and whatever data we want to use, we can use that. Okay, so now okay, so now what we can do is, okay, now let's see if we can get this particular data from some API. Okay, so at the end, this data will never come, or always it will come from some API, from database, right? So let's see how we can get this done. So for that we need some backend service as well, right? So for now what I have done, I have simply created one, means I have used Fiddler. Okay, uh, this is a unit, means a tool where we can do testing also, right? And we can do, or we can monitor all the network calls basically. So, and we can also do auto respond. Okay, so what I have done, I have used autoresponder here. So whenever in my system it finds this product list, then I have created one dummy JSON data that it will return. Okay, so let's see how this works. Let me inject HTTP service first, right? Private HTTP client. Let me import that. Okay, this has been imported. Now let's see if there is any issue in our application. It is loading. If you want to see if there is any issue, you can still go and console and check. Okay, so as soon as I installed or imported this HTTP client, it has given me this error, no provider found. Okay, so we need to go and give the provider for this HTTP client, and where we can give this is, we need to go to this app config, and here you can go and provide what provider for HTTP, right? So I will go and tell provide HTTP client. Okay, okay, so this again came from this where here, yeah, HTTP Angular common HTTP, right? So now if I'll save this error should go. It has gone. Very good. And now let me go and see Where is that HTTP? Okay, sorry, we don't need to add this HTTP here, right? Because here we are not getting data, we are getting data from our service. So we'll go and inject this HTTP here. We'll create one constructor and private HTTP. Let me import this, imported. Okay, and now let's see this, or let me create one method, get product list. Okay, and this dot http dot get, I have created one API, right? So this is the API, and dot subscribe data. For now, let's just load console. Let me just print this data, and let's see whether anything is coming on in this or not. Okay, and we'll call this method here. So whenever this service initialized, it will call this particular method, it comes here, and then it will call this HTTP. Okay, so let's see whether this is happening or not. Okay, so if you'll see this network call is, means this HTTP call is happening, but because it's not giving result, it's saying 404. Let's see if there is any issue. Okay, okay, sorry guys, I have not done anything. uh Actually my JSON was deleted by me, I think. Somehow I have deleted this JSON, and that is the reason it was not giving this or picking this particular file, and it was not responding in my browser. So just now I have fixed that, and we can see that it is giving me product list. It's calling this particular API here, right, with this dummy product list name, and it's giving me this particular list here, right? So let's see if we can load this particular object in instead of this, right? So let's try to do this. So ID 12344, whatever name, brand, price, and category, image URL, and something. So now we are not going to load this in let's create one proper structure, right? Like cards for this, and then we'll see if we can load this in card or not. Okay, so instead of list, let me delete this. We don't need all these things now, right? So, or what I can do, let me create another component, ng G component card or product. Okay, so here I can go and create one product, and this list, I'm just commenting out this list here, entire list. And what I'll do, I will call this product here. Okay, so this product, I need to mention from where that particular product is imported, right? Product, here is the product component. Let me see whether it has loaded. Product works, nice. What all things we need to load in this particular component is, let me minimize this. Okay, we need to load one card, class card. I will just give one name card. We'll see this filter later. This all things coming from API. Image URL, right now this is dummy URL, I believe, right? So what we need is we need to create one nice card where I will load image first. We need to specify src as well, and then I will create one card body, card body, and I will, sorry, body, and then inside that I will load div card title, right? Some title. Let's see. For image, what I'll do, I will use some dummy. So I had already downloaded that earlier. So I will just go and copy this in my public folder. Okay. Let's use this slash public. This, let's see whether it's loading or not. No, it's not loading. Why? Because we need to remove this public also here. Now see, oh, it's loaded, but it's too big, right? So we need to manage that CSS and apply some CSS for that. Let's do card. Inside that card, my image is there, right? So image width, I can say image width 100%, height auto. Let's see whether it changed. Nothing has been changed because my card is still of size 100%. So I'll go and say width should be 300 px, then it should automatically adjust. See, my card size is 300 pixel now, so it is adjusting according to that. And let's give some stylings to that card. Border 1 pixel, solid some color. Okay, let me give some padding as well, not padding here. Border radius, let me give some border radius, 8 pixel. See here, this border radius is coming properly, but in this top the edge is not correct, right? So we can add overflow hidden, and now see whether that is fixing or not. Yeah, so this is fixed and this is looks nice now, right? Okay, so what else? We had created one card body. Let's go and apply some CSS for that as well. Let's give some padding there, padding 16 pixel. Okay, so this has added some padding. Now title, inside body we have created title. Let's give some font size, like I can give 24 for now pixel, and I had given a bold, and margin also I had given. So this is fine. Okay, and let's apply some other things like category. Category. Okay, category. Okay, and what is the price for that particular product? Price can be like $1 with 10 something. Okay, category. Let's apply some CSS to this. Font size, color, and margin. And for price also, let's give some CSS. Okay, So our card is ready now. Let me change this category font size to 14. Okay, so now this is much better. Let's give some margin. Top 20. Okay, so our card is ready now. But there is one problem. What? This data is hard coded, right? Let me close this CSS part. List we are not checking right now. Product service. Okay, so this data we are hard coding. We need this data from this API, right? So before that we need to get this data from some other classes, right? So we need to define first. Let's what we'll do, we'll create a model or object for this particular product is equal to title, category, title, category, price, image. Okay, and let's load this out here. Interpolate price product dot title. Let's do this for category as well and for price as well. Let's copy category, here category and price. Okay, let's see whether that is same or not. Okay, it's same. Look and feel is still same. Now this product, this is again hard coded, right? So before that, let's go and list, means load this list with this product result, right? So what we'll do, where is the service we have created? Here, right? So here we have just console. What I will do, I will go and map this product list with data. Inside data, what? This products, right? So I will assign this data products with this. Okay, and I will save this. I will go to my list, and what I will do, let me go and I'll create one div. I'll just go and create for loop let product of for product list, right? And let's just product dot JSON. Let's just load this. What we are seeing, we'll see. Okay, so right now still this is dummy data only, which we don't need, right? We need this API data. Let's see where is the issue. Uh, Here, oops, wait. Here, data products console, and this should have applied, right? Let's see whether we are calling that particular service or not here. And list, we are calling. Okay, fine. Okay, let me remove this and see. Will it come? No. Why? Because This means we are not checking if there is any change, right? We are not seeing if there is any change in this particular product list later on, once this particular service is injected, right? So we need to call this, or we need to mark this as a behavior subject, new behavior subject of any. Okay, now I can go and tell, okay, this particular project next can be this. Okay, and we need to subscribe also. This subscribe, we need to do subscribe of data, and we need to say this is equal to data. तो ऊपर लेके आ जाना है. Okay, so we have just done this, we have added this particular things in product behavior subject, right? And anytime whenever this API gets called and it gives the result, it will go and subscribe or add or push the data in this particular list, and then it will get subscribed. That particular product is subscribed, product list is subscribed here, and this particular object is binded with this response, right? So it should give me data now. So if you'll see, we can see this many datas. Now what I need to pass this data into this card. So instead of loading this in JSON, I need to load this everything in this card, right? So let's go and do that. Let's delete this first. What we need to do, we need to load this card, right? I will cut this card from here and I'll paste it here, and let's see whether that is loading or not. Yes, it is loading, right? Nice. Now I don't need this single, right? Means I don't need this card to be single. It should only take that much space, which how much content it has. So what I'll go and do, I'll go and define display inline block. So now let me see if there is an issue. App list, product, styles, products, div. Okay, my bad. So I have given this div, right? So still this div, yeah, this div is taking that full block, right? So we can go and define one style here, style display inline block. Okay, so now and we can go and delete it from here as well. Okay, so now my cards are loading in pair of 2 2. Okay, so let's give some space and everything. If I want to give some space, margin 10 pixel. So you can see this margin has been applied. Let me close this for now. Now it is loading in, means if I close that dev tools, it has loaded in 4 in one row, right? This is good now. Okay, but we don't need this title. We need to pass some data, means not some data, but we need to pass actual data here. So whatever data we have passed or this product is coming, that should load in this. So this product should be passed to this product component somehow, right? So to pass uh yeah, so pass and input, we need to pass this input, right? This as an input. So to passing the input, we have an input attribute, right? So what we can do, we can decorate this particular product with this input. Okay, so this particular variable we can get, means it will allow uh, option for this particular component to get this product variable as an input. So I can go and say model product, what product, this name, right? Let's see, will something happen? Yeah, see, it automatically change everything, right? Somehow title has gone because here in our API response, it's not title, it's name. So we need to change this attribute with, instead of title we'll change with name, right? And again and we'll go here and also we'll say this. Okay, so you can delete also this, and you can say any for now, let's say any for now. Okay, and if you want you can keep this in single line as well. Okay, see, this is how data will flow from one component to another component. So this was the child component, this product was the child component which I have loaded from this list component, right? And I have passed this particular product as an input into this component, and then it is loading the data. Okay, cool, nice. Okay, so what we have learned, so we have learned how to call the API from this product service, how to inject this HTTP client, how we can create or call any API, we can subscribe that and then load that particular data in some behavior subject if we have used a service, right? And how it will go and bind into this list component from where we have used that service, and whatever product is binded, we are just looping through it, and we had created one product component here, and we are passing that product as an input to this particular component, and that component should supposed to load the data, right? So till here we have created how we can use or how we can pass this data as an input directive, that we have seen. Okay, nice. I hope you are learning something. And now let's see. Okay, now let's see what is pipe. Okay, a pipe in Angular is a feature used to transform data in the template before displaying it to the user. It is simple and elegant way to transfer or format or manipulate value in the view without modifying actual data model. Okay, so here we have seen this price, right? This is actual price, but right now it's showing as number. Okay, what I can do, I can go and apply some pipe to this. Okay, as this is price, I can go and say this is currency. Okay, let's see what happens. let's just give this. Okay, it's saying currency is not found. This pipe is not found. Why? Because we have not loaded that common data, right? As I said, we need to load common modules to load the feature or components what Angular has provided, right? See, I just imported this and you can see this now. This plain data, whatever I had given here, it has been transformed into the dollar, right? We have not given this precision also, but it is automatically taking now. If you want to change currency to something else, let me change INR. I can go and do that. See, you don't need to write a separate logic to do this. Okay, so in your app you might come up with many other situation where you need to create your custom pipe. You can still go and do that. You remember that we had created component by using ng generate component and component name. Similar way you can go and create ng generate pipe and pipe name. Okay, fine, good. Okay, so I hope you understood this pipe concept as well. Now what we'll do, we'll create one search box on top of this, and we'll filter out. Okay, we'll search for specific if I'll type necklace, it should only give me necklace data. Okay, so let's go and do that. So let me go and create one input, right? And placeholder, let me give some placeholder, search product. Okay, uh let me give some, let me put this in some div so that it will take whole block. Okay, nice. Okay, fine. And instead of inline block, let me change this to display flex, and and flex wrap. Okay, and then what, and then gap should be 10 pixel. And here I'll go and say, is this, okay, let me see what is the issue, because it's taking whole width, right? So I have said this flex display, no, flex inline flex, no. Oh, my bad, sorry. I was doing it here, but this should be this div, and if I'm saying display flex, then not class, CSS, this entire thing should go here. Let me remove this also, we don't need this. This entire styling will change. Okay, so nice, we have achieved the same thing. Let me change this gap to 20. Okay, fine. And let me add some breakpoint here. What happened? Oh, br. Okay, let me add some more space. Fine. Okay, so this particular section is for searching the product. Let me close this. Let me increase the width style with 500 pixel, 50 pixel, not 50, 500 pixel. Okay, so search product. We know how to bind these particular things in with our uh, TS file. So search, let me, sorry, ng model search. We need to create this variable as well. Search string anything, right? Okay, done. Now we just have created one variable and binded it with this input box. But what we need, whenever we search anything in this, it should apply here. So what we'll go and do, we'll create one method. Search product. Okay. And if search, this search has something for length, okay, then what I need is I need to go and search. Otherwise, else I just need to return all the products, right? Whatever is there. If this, okay, let me let product filter is equal to, sorry, I will do it here. Let filter product products is equal to any. Okay, I have created one product here, and this product, let me run one for loop for let this product list, if product name dot two lever case, means we don't know need any case sensitivity right here, so we'll change to two lower case, and we'll see if this includes this search, means if any text whatever we are searching in the text search box, if that name contains in this particular product name, then we are going to do, or we are adding going to add this particular product into the filter product list. Okay, at the end of this for loop we'll go and return this product. We can optimize this, right? Means we can write some better way for looping and all, but for now, as we are learning, we'll use the normal flow how we can, means we can understand. Okay, let's go and search now. Gold, anything is applying? No, nothing is applying, right? Why? Because we had just created this search product, we had not done anything. So now I will go, instead of getting this product list here, I'll go and call this method. Okay, no difference, right? Now let's go and search gold. See, it started filtering out, right? Necklace, Bluetooth. So this is how you can apply filters. Still there are many other ways to perform this filter. We can use pipe, right? You remember we had used the pipe for transforming this particular price into actual amount. So similarly we can go and change, or we can create our custom pipe so that it will go and filter the data based on this input box. Okay, so yeah, I think we have covered lot many things, and we are about to close this session. Okay, so okay, so now what we'll do, we'll see how we can route, or we can create multiple routes for the application. So for this, what we'll go and do, let me first, what we'll do, this cards, right, this product list we are loading here. So instead of this product list, uh, uh, whenever I click on this product list, it should go and show me the detail page of this. So if I click on this, it should open another URL, and it should give me the more detailed view of this particular product. Okay, so let's go and implement that. For that, let's go and create one component, ng generate component, and a view. Okay, so I hope by now you know what is this specs.ts file, scss, html and all, right? So let's go and create, means this view has been created, right? Now we can go and apply the routing here. You remember we had initially done the routing, right? So that we are going to use now. So right now, let me close all these things. Close, unsave. I will just open this route. I will just go and open this, not this one, uh, HTML. Here we were loading this list, or we were loading this app.list here, right? So now I'll delete this from here. Let's see whether it will load. Everything has been gone, right? So this we can manage from route now. So I can create route. So for creating route, path, home, we can give the path name where it has to redirect. Let me say list, and if it has to match with full path or what. So that all things we might need to define. So let me create one path list, and what component it should load when uh, this comes in URL, right? So I need to load list component. Okay, so let's see whether this works or not. Comma, save. We had imported this also. Let me remove this from here. We don't need, right? So let's see whether this works or not. See, it has by default loaded this list, and it is if I'll remove also, it's loading automatically. Why? Because I have explicitly said that if no path has given, redirect to list page. Okay, so similarly I can go and create new path for list, not list. I'll go and say view, and for that component, what component I need to load, component, sorry, I'm accepting this GitHub Copilot view. Okay, this one. Okay, here I should add comma. Fine. Okay, so now as I said, if we click on this particular card, it should bring me to the view part of this card. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll go and change few things in this product card. First of all, I will go and say route link, router link is view. Okay, let's see anything is happening. Nothing. Why? Because we need to load specific imports. So this router link comes from router module, not outlet module. So we need to install that or import that. I have imported that. Now let's see whether it works or not. So see, as soon as I am clicking on this, it's bringing me to this view page. Correct? So this makes sense, right? So now, as we said, we don't need to see this view works. We need to see this particular section in detail. So let's create an HTML for that. So I'll close rest of the things, close others, and I will create div. Let me create one more div where I will load image src slash public. For now I'm just loading dummy image. Okay, let's see that loads or not. That loads, and let me give some styling here. Width should be of 50%. Okay, it should be, let's take 500 pixel. What happened? Pixel. Okay, let me go and define the style for this also. Width should be 100% of its parent, right? Okay, so now this is working. If I'll go and say this 50%, now this should work. Okay, so this is 50% and this is 50%. So image is taking half of the my screen, right? Now what, you need to load some details also. Whatever product has loaded, you need to load that, right? So let me go and say div class title, product name. Okay, I don't need this here, I need this here, right? So for that I can use style display flex. See, it came here, right? Now I will give some padding or margin here, style and padding left 20 pixel. Okay, and for this entire section, let me give some padding of 50 pixel. Okay, fine. Now this product name, css I can give like font size can be 36 pixel. Very good. Font width can be bold. Okay, and what category it is from, so that all things we can add. Price, category, okay, category, let me add, and here category and price. Okay, let's see how that looks. Let me give some margin as well. Margin bottom 20 pixel, margin bottom 20 pixel. Okay, maybe some name change category. Okay, so this is how our view page is looking like. So I will add one back button here. So if user want to go back, they can uh, go and they will have some option, right? So let me view that. View button back. Okay. So this styling is taking from the global style, right? Initially, if you remember, we had created one global style for this button. So it's taking from there. Okay. And if you want, I can do something like this. Style padding. Okay. And here style, or here I can give some margin top to 20 pixel. Okay, this is good now. So let me go back. I need to add what? Router link is equal to list, or I can define this slash also. It will not work because we need to import that here, and that comes from where? Router module. Now let's see whether that goes or not. Click on this, it has gone to this, and let me give padding to this section as well. Let me reload this first. Let me give some padding. Div style padding 50 pixel, and then here we'll add this format. See, back, nice. We're able to go backward and forward, right? But there is one issue. What is that? This product name should get changed whatever I select here. If I select this diamond ring, if I select jeweled necklace, then accordingly it should show me that name and product category and then price, right? So let's work on that. So what we can do, we have the product ID here, right? So we can go and add, there is that product, and while routing this we can say product ID. Let's see whether that takes or not. It's not taking, right? Because as we have passed this as a parameter, it has to map with that path. So we can go and say this will be ID. Now if I'll click on this, see, it is moving with this ID number, right? Now what? We need to grab this ID and get the product based on that ID and show it, right? So let's do that. Okay. So, okay, I will go here. I'll go and write constructor, and what we need a router ID, means whatever ID is there in the URL, we need that, right? So for that I will inject one service called as router and activated route. Okay, so whatever route is activated right now, this particular service will provide me this, and I will change this name to activated route. It's not necessary to keep this only, but I just want to prefer, means I'm just preferring this same name as per the class name. Okay, so okay, let's see if activated route dot params subscribe param, what this gives. Let's see. Let's console. Okay, so this is giving me 104. Let me go back. 101, 104 again, and okay, 106. So this console is printing correctly. So now what I need to fetch my product based on this param id whatever has came here, and I need to map my uh, UI, means this product name and all, according to that. So before that, what I can do is I can create the object here, product details. Okay, and what all things I can load: name, sample product category, price, right? And this I can go and map or interpolate here. Product details dot name, category, and price. Category and price. I can format this with currency, and currency will be INR. I hope you remember this pipe we had seen previously, and this pipe comes from where? Common modules. Let's see it is loading properly or not. Sample product category 1000, right? This is next. Now if you remember, we had created one. Let me close this first. If you remember, we had created a service called as product service, which supposed to give us all the product names or product list, right? And we were getting that product list in this particular uh, object. So now what I will go and do is I will load that or inject that particular service private product service and product service. Okay, and what I need, this dot product service dot product list dot subscribe all the products I need to go and search, and what I need to do is I need to go and search for that product and find, right? uh product products products dot find product return, or you can do like this: product id is equal to params id. Okay, I this should be still fine. So this we are doing. So this will find one product for you which match with the product id, and that we need to assign where with this product detail, right? So I'll go and change this. Okay, if it does not find anything, let it say empty object. Okay, fine. Let me say any here for now. Let's see. List 101. No, it's not loading. That means it's not finding this particular product. Let's load this first. Let's say, let's say, or let's put console products and see if any product is loading or not here. Undefined. See, here it is getting undefined, right? That means it's not finding any product with this product ID. So let's see, is there any issue? ID, if it's correct, then find products. Are we getting this list? Let's see that console log that. Okay, see, we are getting that list, but still this product is undefined. Let me print what params ID as well. Okay, sorry, this comma should not be here. Okay, so this is 101, and this is because this might be considering uh let me see. Okay, see, now it is working fine, right? So that was because this param is it is considering as a string, but in our application in JSON data it's a integer. So that was the issue. Okay, so now if I'll see, it will work. So if I'll select diamond ring, it will show diamond ring related data. If I'll see leather wallet, it will show leather wallet related data. Okay, so this is how it works. So we have seen the routing and everything. So this is small project we have created, and I hope you must have enjoyed. And uh, we can close this right now here, and we'll see if we can cover more things in next session. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so till now we have seen how we can load the data in our list, right? And how this data will be traveled to the view section, which might called as PDP. We have seen this routing. Let me open that file. Okay, so okay, so we have seen this routing, right? So we can set up this route secure also. We can make this route secure also, right? We'll see how we can do that in Angular. Sometimes, or not, in fact many times, means you required to do auth guard, means to secure your particular path, right? So basically for my account section, so my account section should only open, or admin panel should only open if user gets logged in, right? So what we'll do now, we'll create two page. One is for login and one is for my account. Okay, just dummy pages for now, and we'll see how we can secure our page so that without logging in, it that page should never open. Okay, so we'll go through that. Let's create two components. One is for login and one is for my account. Ng generate component, and component name was, I'll create login. Not sure why it's taking time. Okay. And another also will create by now only my account. And let's add that two component as well. Path login. Then what we need to load component login. Okay. Let's import the dependency as well. And another one is my account. My account. Okay. So we have loaded these things. Let me see. And let's create this link on top of this particular page also, right? So let's go to the app dot component because I want to uh, show this particular links every time, right? Means if user means depending on uh, means it should not on any other components. I don't want to show when route happens. This particular link should be always there, right? So let me create one div and I can create link or anchor tag and login, and for router link I will go and save login. Let me see if this router link is router module would be there, outlet is there, fine. Router module imported, and let's see for login first whether it's loading or not. Okay, it is loading here. uh for this we can give style padding left 50 pixel, we had given 50 pixel earlier. Padding right also let's give for now 50 pixel. Okay, and top let's give overall 50 pixel, and bottom let's remove 0. Let's make bottom 0. Okay, fine. So this is how it's looking right now. If you want you can go and give some CSS styling everything. Let's go and define this thing here. Login means good place is to write means instead of inline CSS you can better write your CSS inside the class like separate files. It will help you when you when you want to write some media queries and all, right? So you can handle that. Otherwise it will be very difficult to handle for you to write media queries. Okay, so I have done this login is loading here, and let me change the cursor also for this cursor pointer. And if let's say color also, let's change the color for now. Let's change the background color for now. Let's keep red. I know means this is not that much good, but fine. Instead of padding let's keep margin. Okay, and now here inside let's give padding to 10 px, and display should be inline block. for this. Okay, so this is my login button, and what I can do, menu, we can create one container, and we can say this class menu. Okay, so inside the menu we are going to add all these things. Menu, okay, and if I want to bring this on this right hand side, what I can do, let me go and say display flags, justify content, justify content should be flex and, okay, let's see whether it's moving or not. Yeah, it has moved, right? So this is good. Let's change the color also to white. Let me give some border radius to 5 pixel. I don't want any text decoration. Fine, let me restructure this. Okay, so this is how my login is visible now. So I can give some hover effect also if I want. Hover, see, it's taking automatically, right? So it will change little bit, right? So this is the hover effect. When we hover on that particular DOM element, it change its stylings. So that is for hover. So now if I'll click on this, it should move to the login page, right? So let's see whether that is happening or not. So I have given this login, router link is also login. Let's see. It's not moving. Why? Because this spelling is not correct. Okay, we need to give exact spelling, or this is the attribute based directive, right? So this is the directive created by Angular itself, so we need to uh, use the same directory name. If we are missing something there, it will not work. Okay, so if I click on this now, see, this is moving to this login page, right? So login page is working. Let me create in similar way. Let me keep this inside this first of all. Okay, and let me create one more login button. Let me keep this inside. Okay, not login, this will be my account. Okay, and here route link, what was the route link we had created? This. So this route link should match with this name also. Okay, so my login, and fine. Okay, so if you want to change the styling for this my account, you can go and change the styling as well. My account, I don't want all these things right now. Okay, what I need, I need similar things whatever is here, right? So what I can go and do is, for login also apply the same CSS. Okay, and for login and for my account, what is different? Only color we are going to make the difference, right? So what I'll do, I'll go and change this login, and hover effect also, we'll cut it from here, we'll paste it here, we'll paste it here, we'll remove this color from here. Okay, and in my account also I'll go and change some different color. Let me keep blue. Okay, and see if I can change here also. Okay, see, so this is how my login and my account CTAs are. Let me see if this works. Right, so this is working. correct? If I click on login, it's going to login. If I click on my account, it's going to my account. But as I said, we need to protect this my account URL. Without logging in, no one should be able to enter into this particular URL, right? So let's go and create login page first. Let me close all the things right now. Whatever is required, that section or that those pages only should be visible here ideally. Okay, and let me create login form. Login sorry, form means I can do div username and password. Okay, for now let's use this whatever ChatGPT is suggesting, because similar thing we need, right? And login button. Let's see what happens. Okay, very good. So it has loaded. This has came because I have already cached some of the uh, password, username, password in my personal system. That is why it was showing me that, otherwise it will not show, right? So fine, let me go and apply some CSS if you want into this username and password. Let me define some width so that it will show in some correct order, right? And width, let me keep 150 pixel, and let's give some bottom margin also. Margin at bottom should be 20 pixel. Let's see how this looks now. Let me change this to 250. Nothing is happening. Why? Username and password. Oh, this is not class, right? You can see this is not class, so we need to give this as a class user name and class password. And again, this is not going to take let me change this. Let me keep this label. Okay, this labels, no need to give this separate. Let me do directly for this label element. What happened? Why it's not taking display block? Let me do display block. Oh, fine. Inline block, let's do inline block. Okay, so now this is taking. Let's reduce to 100 only. Okay, fine. This is good, and this is what we want. If you want, we can bring this entire form into the center. Class login form, and login form margin auto. If you want to see what stylings are getting applied, you can go and inspect here. This is my form. I think I have not saved this because of that style is not applied, right? So yeah, yeah, let me give some margin, top margin. So this is not good practice to give this much margin, right? You need to handle it by using some grid box and flex, but not in this way. Let me change this to padding. Okay, so this is how my login is right now. So what is the ask? If I enter this username and password and click on this login, then only this should go and submit my form, and then uh, if that validates, my account should go and open. Right now it's, I can go directly also and see the content there. but that should not be the case. Correct. So now what we'll do, let me go first here. What on ng submit, there are already couple of what means uh, output emitters already defined by Angular CLI. Okay, we can use those output emitters. So this is event emitters. So if something happens on this particular form, let's say right now we are submitting this form, right? So when we are submitting this form, what should happen? So that's what we are saying or we are defining. So ng on submit is an event which will get captured, right? So right now it's throwing error because we have not defined any method that is on submit. Let's go and define that. Okay, so I have just defined, and I need to define what this ng form is uh, saying some issue, right? So before that, let's go and map the model with this particular input elements, right? Ng model, and what is this for? Username, right? And this one is password. Okay, so this also we need to go and create and map username, password. Okay, still it's throwing an error. Why? Because it's saying ng model is not known property of input. So you remember that we had imported forms module, right? So we have to import form modules here also. Okay, okay, I just give some default value. So now all error has gone. Okay, and let's see whether when I click on this particular on submit button, whether it's calling here or not. Alert, let's see. For now, see, it's sending me this data, right? Okay, so now I'm getting that alert here, and along with that I'm getting my data as well. So next thing is I need to validate. I'm not going to create any API for this. Let me hard code the login and password, username and password for now. Let me say if username is equal to what, Shailesh, and password is equal to 1234, then you need to log in, right? And you need to route also, correct? So for route I need to add that route route router. Okay, and I need to define this. Okay, we wanted to define it here. We can directly go and use constructor. See, private router, I have created one variable, router dot navigate to where, my account, my account. Okay, so this is routing programmatically. So earlier we have seen that we can route from the links route by using router link, and this is the way where we can route using the programs. So if this particular condition is true, then it will route to the my account, else let's alert them that your username and password is not correct. Okay, so this is working. So username and password is not working, means not correct. Let me go and change the give the right username, Shailesh 12345, it was 12345, right? And login. So my account, it's redirecting me to my account. Okay, so this is good. Now what? So now uh this login should go, and my account means uh when we logged in, right? So this login should, in real world means, if we are logged in, we don't see this login, right? And before login, we don't see my account also, right? So what we'll do, let's go and write some code so that if user is not logged in, it will not visible this my account section. And if user is login, then it will show not login, then it will show login button. Okay, so let's go and do that as well. For that, what I'll do, I'll create one service. Okay, you can create any n number of service as per your project requirement, and I will say app service or login service. Okay, okay, so my login service has been created. What I will do for now, as we are hard coding everything, I'll just go and create one uh, temporary variable in my local storage, and I will read from there. Okay, so let me define one key first. uh, Private. I don't want to show this particular key to everyone. Log in auth key. Okay, and here also I'll keep this. Now I will say get is logged in. Okay, and it should give me this auth key. If this is true, then it should give me that. Okay, and if user is logged in, then what we need to do, we need to go and set this username and password, and auth is equal to true in my local storage. So this is what we'll do. And you can see we don't need this here. Let me delete this. We don't need this here, right? So we are just setting up the value, so we are not returning anything. Right. Okay, we can return as well true and false, right? We can return as well. If this is success, then return true. If this is, then return false. Okay, and here it was boolean, right? We can keep boolean. Okay, so login we will do from my service. So instead of login, we had done it from here. We'll just go and inject that login service. Private login service, class name, and instead of passing this or checking this value here, this dot login service dot login, I will pass this value and this value in this method, and this should tell me whether my login credentials are correct and I can able to log in or not. Okay, so that responsibility we had diverted to this login service and this method. Okay, now let's see. So when we logged in, it should create one auth key in my uh, local storage, which I will show, where you can see that you just need to go to this application. Inside that, local storage will be there, right? You can click on your this one. Let me clear this out for now. Let me go to this login. If I'll refresh, nothing happens. If I log in, no, nothing happen. Okay, if I'll give right username and password, Shailesh, and 1 2 3 4 5, then login, close. See, immediately I clicked on that login. It has created auth key is equal to true. Now this auth key will be using to validate whether this particular person can go on this my account or not. Okay, fine. So let's do that. So the intention is we don't need to land anyone on my account without login, right? So what I'll do, private or not private, sorry, constructor and private login service. We'll check login service, right? Login service, and we had created one variable there, right? This dot login dot is logged in. If this gives true, then I let me do alert first. Is logged in, then it should go and tell me. Okay, so as I have already logged in, so it's saying yes, you can enter into this particular page. Let me delete this and then reload till it's working, means it's allowing me to enter in this my account. So that we need to do, we need to change else please logged in. We are just showing this alert message, right? It's showing me that alert message, but we don't need to show that alert message. We need to redirect him to the login page. Private router, you remember that we had done this routing thing in login page, right? So same routing we'll do here. So this router navigate to login, right? Okay, now let's see login. Very good. My account, let's go to my account. See, it's not allowing me to go to this my account, right? So our intention, whatever we have asked for, that is done, right? But there is one issue. What is that? That we had added all this code in my account component, right? Which means I am able to go to this my account. In this constructor I am doing something which is not correct. My intention was I should not be able to go to this my account section itself. Okay, if I have written some code here, let's say alert this one, then it will go and alert everything, means my account will load. This was not the intention, right? So to avoid this, Angular has provided very good feature that is called as auth guard. Okay, so now we'll see what is auth guard is. So here, before entering to this particular component, we can check whether this particular URL is fulfilling all the requirements to land or not. Okay, and how we can do, we just need to define can activate and login service or login auth guard. Okay, right now we don't have this, correct? We have to create it. And how we can create, let's go and create this. Just okay, so I will just go and create this login auth guard. Ng generate guard, and what was the name? Login auth guard. Okay, guard. Let's see whether it creates or not. Okay, so it's created, or it's trying to create something, and it's asking what all things you might require in that guard. So right now we just need can active, which is responsible for to check whether some conditions, and based on that condition it will redirect and it will take necessary actions, right? So for now we just need this. Okay, enter, and it has created one login auth guard. And now what I will do, let first login auth guard. It has twice, means this guard has came twice. Fine, we don't need to worry on that right now. Okay, what we had done, we had checked this, right? This if logged in use, if that auth guard is there, we had created this service, right? So if this is there, if this is there, same, we can copy entire thing from here. Let's copy, for now let's copy. Okay, and instead of alert I will just say and return true, and in this case return false, right? And here we have already route dot. Okay, let me go and define constructor. Okay, we cannot go and define constructor here, right? So what we can do is, can activate constructor. We cannot define constructor here. Okay, so we have to inject the dependency as well, right? So there will be another way to inject the dependency as well. So what we can do, private login service is equal to inject login service. Okay, and similarly let's inject router also, and let's delete this for now. router Okay, fine, and we can say this is const, and this also const, and router, this, because this name was same, right? Now instead of using this, just remove this and router but not here. Okay, it's not. Okay, then okay, sorry, my bad. Return what? Return false. Okay, so it's not complaining, everything is working now. And now this particular code was, means this is not the right place. Basically this, my account is not responsible to check whether it has logged in or not, right? That should come from someone else, not from this. Okay, so I have created this auth guard who is a gatekeeper for my account page, right? And he has the responsibility to check whether person is logged in or not before entering into my account page. Okay, so let me delete this. You remember earlier when we had this particular code, this alert was also coming, right? If I was clicking on my account page, then this alert was also coming. That means this particular page was, means this particular my account was able to enter in this particular component, and then in constructor it was showing alert, and after that it was checking that condition whether is particular user is logged in or not, and it was redirecting after that. So now user will not able to see this alert itself if he is not logged in. Okay, let's see how. So now what I'll go and do, I have already applied this can activate is logged in auth guard. That should do that work. Okay, let's go and see. See, if I click on this, it's not allowing me to go in this side, inside this. Correct. So it's not allowing me. Now I'll go and create Shailesh 1 2 3 4 5 and log in. See, now it's initialized and allowing me to go to this my account page also. Correct. Good. Right. If I'll go back, it's allowing me now. Anytime if I'll go, it's allowing me. Correct. So that is the work of uh this auth guard. So what we can do before entering to that particular URL, this act as a gatekeeper. So it will check whether that particular URL is allowed for particular user or not. Okay, you can define some role also, role based authentication, or if that particular user has proper role defined to enter that particular URL or not, you can define that everything. You can go and paste this activate method here as well, right? If you want, if your project demands that I need to do auth check for list page also, you can go and still do that. You remember that list page we were able to see without any interruption. Now I will just delete my, let me create one logout button also, right? Where is that logout button? Where is that logout button? App.html, right? Logout, log out, and this time it should not go anywhere. It should be on login only. Correct. And this should be log out. Let me go and apply some CSS. Not much, but yeah. Background color I will remove. Transparent or white. Transparent. And color, let's make it F00 red. Let's see. Log out. Okay, fine. Login out. So right now, and logout, we need to define the functionality as well. So when clicking of this logout, let's remove from here. When we click on this click, logout should happen. Okay, I need to go and create this method. Constructor and this logout method and router module, not router module. Why we need router module? We don't need router module here, right? We need router here, and we need to load private login service also, right? Where we were handling all the login related stuff. Login service, inject that. We don't need this. Okay, good. We let's delete. And what we'll do, we'll go and in this service and create one logout. Okay, remove. We'll just go and remove this key. Okay. Now this dot login service logout, and we just need to route to that login if it is deleted. Okay. So let me go and delete this, and now let's go to list page. See, it's not allowing me to go to that list page also. Because why? Because we have said that to land on this list page also, you need to first log in yourself, right? So that is the reason it's not allowing me to go to this particular page. So if I'll delete, if I'll remove and go back to list, yeah, you can see this list page and it's working. And again, let's see my account. No, it's not allowing, even it's not entering and in that particular component, and it's not saying alert also, right? So from beginning only, it's not, that gatekeeper is not allowing any user to enter this component. Earlier, if when we had added enter condition here, it was allowing that user to enter into my account page, and from there it was redirecting, right? So that is the difference. Got it? So we have successfully created our login page, my account section, and we have checked how we can protect our URL by using this auth guard. Okay, so majority of the things we have already covered, guys. So I believe now you should be very confident enough to start your Angular. Okay, so this all things pretty much we do. There are many other things, advanced things that we use, like Redux, RxJS, right? And many other things like form validation. Right now we have just done this form validation, very basic, right? So we can create form builders, and then we can check whether particular, we can customize each and every field with customized validation rules, right now it's required only here. So those things we can change, okay, in our login components. We can create form builder here, and we can define what all rules should apply for each and every input field. So that is how we can control our uh, this forms. So I believe this should be very good starting point for you. So just practice this and you will be proficient enough to start any Angular projects whenever you get chance. Okay, so thank you so much, team. Have a nice day, and bye bye for now.